If you're anything like me, you step on a scale after weeks of progress, weeks of workouts, weeks of being in a deficit, and you don't see any movement. You were 150 when you stepped on there a couple weeks back, and you're still at 150. Seems like that scale doesn't want to move when you want it to, right? Well, I had to adopt a couple other methods of measurement to keep my sanity throughout the fat loss process. So I just wanted to bring a couple of those things to you today. First off, man, I use a tape measure, right? So you can go get a tape measure for a couple of dollars, Walmart, Amazon. And bro, just tape and just measure, okay? So you're gonna measure your chest, like right underneath your chest. You're gonna measure your chest, you're gonna measure your waist around your belly button. Then you measure your waist right around where you wear your pants, right? So that waistline. Those three measurements right there give you a pretty good estimate or a pretty good measurement of where your entire torso is, okay? Then I measure like the middle of my thigh, okay? So the middle of my thigh, then I'm gonna measure my arms right around the middle of my bicep and tricep, between my elbow and shoulder, so in the middle of that. And then I measure my neck, right? Because you gotta understand something. You can, a lot of us are getting stronger as we're losing fat, right? And a lot of times it doesn't reflect on the scale because obviously as you're getting stronger, you're building your muscle a little bit. So you may, let's just say you gain 1 pound of muscle, but you lost 1 pound of fat. That's not gonna reflect on the scale. The scale's gonna stay the same. So the scale is designed to just tell you simply how much you weigh, right? Not what your size is, not how well you're performing, not how your jeans fit. That's what the scale is designed to do, just to tell you how much you weigh. So the tape measure is, and you have to do it consistently, okay? So it has to be weekly, right? So it's just something that I do every Saturday morning, very early after I get up. I get on a scale, I write down my weight. I then measure myself because that tape measure has not lied to me yet. It's just gonna give you a really good view of where your body, the size of all the important parts of your body. And that's just what it is. Also, guys, progress pics. And I know you've heard this before, but it seems as though one of the simplest things for us to do, we avoid, or we just feel like, I think a lot of us feel like it's not effective. So what you want to do is take a picture from the front, take a picture from the side, take a picture from the back. Pretty much all of you have some type of tripod or some type of device that you can put your phone on. You can set it on, set the timer, just take a picture. Now, I think the best way to do it is to do it naked. But if you don't want to do that, just put a pair of shorts on. Make sure you put the same pair of shorts on every time though. And again, we're talking once a week or once every 2 weeks. With progress pics, if you take them too often, they won't change, right? But that gives you a real good view of your size. And sometimes I see that we have fat loss that will occur on different sides of our body at different times. And the only way we notice that is when we take the progress pics. Also too, guys, your body, when your body's getting rid of fat in the cells, it isn't worried about doing it to your liking, if that makes sense, right? That's why we always talk about not being able to spot reduce. That's why we talk about not being able to spot reduce, because you can't just tell your body where to get rid of fat. That's not how it works. It gets rid of fat where it has extra fat. So progress pics really work, man, because when you look back on them, you see the change, right? And so you want to make sure you have the same lighting in the same room, same camera angle, same shorts or pants on. That really, really helps, because then there are no changes to dictate. It's pretty much the same. You're going to get the same outcome, and you can really see where you've changed at. What I see a lot of people have in those progress pics, they notice how much more muscle they have in different areas. So they start concentrating less and less on their size, their actual size or their width. They start concentrating on, man, I look a little bit better. My arms look tighter, right? My calves, I can see definition in my calves that I didn't see before. So progress pics help right along with the measurements. And guys, I do them back to back, all right? Same day, same time, same lighting, just same everything. And thirdly, I judge by how my clothes fit. Man, listen, your clothes don't lie to you. Your clothes do not lie to you. Remember, when you were getting bigger, right? And we all went through that period. When you're getting bigger, your clothes are getting tighter, right? You gotta buy bigger jeans. You gotta buy bigger shirts. You used to go in certain stores and you could fit the large, and now you gotta get extra large. We all know how that felt. So if we were okay with that measurement, letting us know that we were getting bigger, we have to be okay with that same metric letting us know when we're reducing our size. So if you're buying mediums now and you used to buy larges, that means your total body size is going down, right? It might not look as tight as you want it to in the mirror with your shirt off, but trust me, the size is going down. And guys, when we lose fat, our cells shrink, okay? So when the fat leaves the cell with the water, of course, our cells shrink, and that's why we see people shrink. You ever see somebody, you hadn't seen them for a while and they made a transformation, they just look a lot smaller overall. And that's what happens to us. So our clothes will fit differently. And not only will our size go down, we feel more comfortable in our clothing. We feel more comfortable. You ever put something on and you're like, man, this used to fit really tight, and now it fits really comfortably. Well, that is because your overall size is going down because of the fat loss. Notice I didn't say weight loss, guys. Fat loss and weight loss are two different things. So when your size is going down, it's like you're deflating a balloon. So obviously, clothes are gonna sit differently, and when you're developing more muscle, your body, your posture changes, right? How you move is different. How your shoulders sit up is different, right? So of course, clothes are gonna fit differently on you. They're gonna hang differently, and they're gonna feel differently when you put them on. So 3 things that we should be using outside of the scale. We should be using a tape measure. There's no excuse why we don't have one. We should be taking progress pics. All of us have a phone. All of us have time. Front, back, side, same lighting, same shorts. And we should all be judging ourselves by the same outfit. Let's take a shirt, let's take a pair of pants, let's put that same outfit on every couple weeks to see how it fits. Guaranteed you'll start noticing some progress. This is your boy, Coach Marc. This is Transformation Station.